Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Welcome to the Friday Night live stream, everybody, and a shout out immediately over to Buzz7332 for jumping into the super chat right there. That actually pinged perfectly right after the intro. Buzz, thanks so much for that super chat donation. You have a very much of a knack on making that go the way that it does here, and I appreciate that. Guys, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. It's great to be here with you on Friday night. We're getting that much closer to Halloween. Super excited as always. This is awesome to be here with all of you tonight. We got a lot of people already starting out right out the gate, and it is definitely on and popping clearly right now. Okay, you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. That's awesome. Yes, everybody, I'm going to be watching Halloween Ends later on tonight. I'm very excited about it and ready to go. Got to catch up on a couple of things right after the stream, naturally, but very late tonight, I will be down with it, and I am very much excited to see how it's going to go down. If you guys have watched it already, please no spoilers here in the chat. Very excited to go in there fresh completely. And I've got keeping an open mind, naturally, because the series, even though this supposedly ends the Laurie Strode saga with him, obviously we know Michael Myers is not going anywhere, so we'll see what happens. But let me shoot up to the very top of the chat. Let me see who we've got in effect here right now. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be a fun one for the review, especially. I can't wait to give this a go. Erna 785, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you being here as always, and Ed Cervantes as well. True Allure, how you doing there? Randy Molina, Claw and Go. Let's see, who else? Just me out here. Sherry, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on here as well. And if you guys are watching this on the big screen, hopefully all these graphics and all this stuff is really kind of making the screen pop for you right now. It definitely looks pretty cool. I really dig the setup for Halloween. I love putting these things together. Let's see here. Drew's food reviews, in effect, you already know. Drew, I saw you just reviewed the Ghost Pepper Whopper from BK. I got to take a look and see what you thought of that one. CeeLo Bong, what it do? Great to see you. Great to see you guys. Let me see, going further on down. Sticker collecting, what is going on? Constance Cherry, great to see you. Anfisa Jess, Festive Peep, you already know. It's spooky season. This is when I come alive. This is really my time. I love it. If we can keep it like this year round, I'd be all for it there. But considering how quickly the years have kind of going by, it feels like we're kind of redoing it after a few short months of a break. So I guess I can't complain too much. Let me see. ABAN113, thanks so much for jumping on here as well. I appreciate you. We got Scott Messerschmidt in the house as well. Greens Sith 22 has never seen a live stream on this channel. Cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You can catch up on all the other ones in the live stream replays playlist, but you're immortalized on this particular one right now. So welcome, Green. Great to have you here. Real quick again, shout outs to Mama Peeps. I probably should have done that at the very top of the hour, but Mama Peeps watching right now on her tablet. Moms, love ya. Hope you enjoy the stream tonight, and especially for the review. It's going to be pretty fun, I have a feeling. I can't wait to do it. Michael Domayer, what's going on? Spooky entrance. Yes, that's actually the very intro to the I'm losing my train of thought. The Haunted Mansion at Disneyland, believe it or not. That's a really cool recreation of that. That's pretty much how it kind of looks there, but they added the animation with the paintings. A little bit more hardcore than what it actually is, but they do animate somewhat, which is kind of cool. But I'm a fan of that one. I know I've used it before, but I definitely dig it. Let's see here. Who else as we go down the line? Min Lee in the house as well. James Morrison, super early tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You early bird, you, I think I put there. James Morrison, I appreciate you watching. Constance Cherry is watching Creepshow. The original one is still the best. Out of all of the things that have come out past, it's definitely the best one by far. Drew's food reviews, are you ready? Let's go to peep this out. Let's get ready to peep this out. Very cool. I appreciate that, Drew. Larry Nguyen just got his Halloween costume today. Michael Myers, I definitely approve of that. Loving the Chucky scares or Chucky stares, I think that Constance was saying there. And again, Annette, I appreciate you jumping in there with the following on for IG naturally and the PayPal situation, which incidentally, and also harkening back to Buzz7332, we'll just get into that real quick. Should you guys wish to contribute to the channel in some way, shape, or form, because a little goes a long way, I greatly appreciate that. Green is actually just subscribed to the channel as well. You'll find a multitude of ways to do that down below in the description box of this video or the first pinned comment on the replay. So naturally, if you do the super chatting here on YouTube, keep in mind that YouTube does take a little bit of from you there, a good chunk of it actually. But should you use PayPal, the upper right hand corner of your display on the banner for the desktop version, or just follow the links down below, as well as what Annette is putting there as well. You'll find all the detail there. But again, I greatly appreciate that. You guys become official sponsors of the stream, and you will find your names down below in the description box there with the information listed on the replay. So, and that's immortalized forever, which is awesome. So thank you so much in advance. I greatly appreciate that. It's great to be here with you. Let's see, Dead Revolution, going to be watching Halloween Ends later tonight again. Very excited about that. And Constance Cherry wants to see Interview with the Vampire series. Oh, so it says that it's okay. I'm hearing really good things about it. And I read the book years ago. The movie was just okay for me. So The series supposedly is a lot closer to the book, and I mean, from what I remember it naturally there, I'm going to be pretty much going in blind again, it feels like, but I'm sure I'll pick up on things as I go. But I'm excited to watch that one as well. The wifey and I can't really sync up our schedules with things because we have a lot of stuff that we always have going on, so we watch stuff late at night. Mostly, so we have to kind of pick and choose because we don't know when we'll be able to do that again because of our schedule. So we'll have to see about that. But interview with the Vampire, absolutely, and this is the season for it, obviously, right? Randy Molina, Halloween season, yes it is, yes it is. Chulori Madagascar 6 is coming out next year. Wow, that's craziness. More animated goodies right in there as well. Drew, yes, chopped ham and ketchup sandwich, Subway sandwich. You guys are waiting for that Subway review for the next milestone. We're fast approaching 39,000 subscribers, guys. It's just been a flurry of goodness throughout the last few months naturally there. Every single month tends to beat the month before, which is awesome. So I'm having just an amazing time with that as well. But good times across the board. And there's Bus's happy Friday night, everyone. The Super Chat donation again. Bus, thank you so much for that out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got Subtegral in the house as well. Our favorite passive aggressive. Thanks so much for jumping on. One of my biggest fans, clearly. Let's see here. Larry Nguyen, A13, happy Friday to Bus. Sticker collecting, saying hello again. Thank you so for being here. I appreciate that. Yes, Halloween Ends is on the Peacock channel. That's right. Or you can see it in the theater, which I'll probably end up doing if I like it enough to really want to go watch it on the big screen. But we'll have to see there as well. Let's see. Jason Callan did an early review. Audiences are divided. Of course, they were divided on the last movie as well, but hopefully it'll be entertaining. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it, naturally. It should be interesting. James Morrison, love you, Ian. Here's to a great show tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much for that Super Chat donation there, James. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's going to be a little fun when we get to the review, I have a feeling. It's going to be something I've been, like I said, I can't wait to give it a shot. It's going to be fun. Let's see here. Let me shoot on back up here again. Annette Cervantes, spooky season, absolutely. And Maureen Descatado, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you guys always. I always say you guys have choices when it comes to you know, content here on YouTube, as we all do. So I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me tonight. That's awesome. Rez, spoilers. Michael Myers is the bad guy. Whoop. Okay, that's the only spoiler I'll allow. So yes, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the series going forward. Naturally, let me see here. Let me shoot on down just a little bit. Let's see. Larry Nguyen, how do you feel if Halloween was 24/7 all year long? Yeah, I think you know the answer to that by now. I'm definitely down for it. Misty Smith, there we go. Everybody, we're happy to have Lance back in our band. You know what we're happy about. It's going to get crazy with Misty all throughout this stream tonight. I already have a feeling this is going to be funny. But welcome, Misty Smith. That's awesome. Jody, I love your reviews. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have a lot of fun putting them out. And actually, Jody, you just helped me segue right into the recap of what we have going on here right now. So coming off of last week, to give you guys an update here, we have had a lot of activity, naturally going all the way back to the Cactus Plant Flea Market, and then, of course, the Hickory Smoked Barbecue Chicken Sandwich from Wingstop. Of course, right into the early review for Burger King's Ghost Pepper Whopper, which was a lot of fun, very tasty. There's a flurry of reviews coming out fast and furious, I should say, on that from all the major peeps in the community right now and everybody who wants to just try it and film it, which is awesome to see. So I got to get caught up and see what a lot of you guys thought of that. But then going right into that, we had the Monster Tacos 2022. I had actually done the Bacon Ranch Monster Taco way back in the day. I want to say maybe like 6-7 years ago. It's one of my old videos from way back. So having the ability to go in on just a larger version of the main tacos that I reviewed back in 2019 was pretty much a no-brainer. And I wanted to add it to the portfolio. Naturally, it's a Halloween themed item as well. I love the Monster Tacos logo. That was a lot of fun to check out. 2 for $3. You can't fade that. It was a lot of fun to do. And of course, ranch dressing is featured in that video because you got to do that. And then right from there, guys, right into last Sunday, actually, is when I filmed the Krispy Kreme Haunted House Collection. I put that one out. I think it was Tuesday I put that one out this past week. But the Haunted House Collection from Krispy Kreme. Now, arguably, I got to admit that the series of donuts that I've seen from Halloween from the past versions from Krispy Kreme have been a little bit better in terms of the offerings. You guys remember a few years ago, they had like a mummy, Frankenstein. I think they had a Wolfman. They had like the character donuts with the faces, and that's what I was kind of hoping they were going to do this year. This one's a little bit more blanket, like atmospheric type of donuts. For the most part there. I mean, the spider donut, you know, the basic donut with the colors of Halloween, naturally. The Boo Batter, which was really nicely done. And the one that should have had the chocolate cat on it, which now that I look at it, looked like, instead, I think I said it was a squiggle in the moon for what it was. But I guess they tried to do a little bat for what it was. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that during the review. But that was fun to check out. The Haunted House Collection from Krispy Kreme. All of these reviews are live on the channel now. You guys have access to them. And right from there, of course, we had the Wingstop Mango Habanero Chicken Sandwich, which you're going to see one more review for the chicken sandwich. I won't say which flavor that it is, but I think you guys, with process of elimination on what a lot of you think I should do, you may see one of the flavors that you're suggesting naturally. Of course, you're going to see one of them. But you'll see one more review of Wingstop coming later in the week. I thought I'd kind of hold that one until like into this week sometime. So you'll see that, because it's a lot of chicken sandwiches for that. So I was thinking about doing all 12 of them, but then I figured some of them are so similar. It's kind of like, you know, just putting a video out just to put a video out. I'm not about doing something like that. I want to give you something of value, something that I want to try personally, not because I feel I have to put something. And there's so much choice out there anyway, so it's all good. So the Mango Habanero was the last one. As well, and of course all the little shorts that you guys are seeing from me, which are a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with that as well. Just a good time across the board with content for you guys. There's plenty there, and then naturally as we round out the October, immediately we're going right into November with all kinds of goodies there. So I have about a week and a half of stuff that's kind of planned in there as well. So you'll see pretty much just everything beginning to roll this coming week. It's going to be raining this weekend here in Southern Cali. That's what they're saying. You know, we'll have to see. So I'm pretty much just going to be editing content, putting stuff together, staying comfortable, and catching up on some shows, which should be a lot of fun. So, guys, it really has been a very eventful month so far, especially with the BK Ghost Pepper Whopper. I mean, naturally, everybody looks to BK around the Halloween time because they have a lot going on. But then naturally with Mickey D's with their upcoming Halloween pails and all that stuff as well, there'll be a lot of stuff that you guys are going to see. Which should be a lot of fun. So Jody, thank you so much for enjoying the reviews and helping me segue into that quick breakdown. If you guys have liked what you've seen up till this point in the week, actually, I should say, with all the content, give me a thumbs up over here in the chat. Let me know if I'm doing a good job for you guys. And without a doubt, hit that thumbs up down below to the stream if you haven't already. That would be amazing. But thank you so much for being here tonight. Of course, we'll answer some questions. We'll hang out for a bit. We'll get into the review, and then naturally, just get further along into October right now. So it is a good time across the board. So a thumbs up are coming through. I appreciate that. It's not catching up on my side for some reason here. I'm seeing it on my main view. But let me see here. Erna 785 jumping in with the super chat donation in there as well. Thank you so much there. Private Dancer, it's Tina Turner right there. That's an easy one. Very, very cool. That's an amazing album actually too there in general. Same thing with Sade back in the day. Annette still can't get the McDonald's Happy Meal toys. You know what? I'm rocking with my one that I have. I haven't gotten it back there, but naturally I'm still rocking with Birdie here. I would like to get the Hamburglar and Cactus Buddy and Grimace, essentially the other three. I would really love to get those if I could. I just can't bring myself to rebuy the same thing. And I know they want you to do that. To get a toy there. I guess my odds would increase as we're getting further along, but they still have it in stock here. So I think I realized that it's becoming a really huge thing. And it's actually been doing pretty well at the same time. Aben13 totally failed to get the adult Happy Meal at Mickey D's because it's always out of the toy since last Friday. Wow. You may want to call actually just to see about that there and just make sure they have them just to be on the safe side instead of buying the box and then kind of worrying about it, you know? Let me see. Also, this past October 12th, it was the 40th anniversary of He-Man. I know my mom is super excited about that. She was like, what are they celebrating for? It's a plastic toy figure or something like that. I'm like, Mom, it's the franchise. It's what I begged you for when I was a kid when we were at the store. And my mom is like playing around, but I don't think she really kind of got the impact that it's had on me over the years. But now I think she does with everything that's kind of around me at the same time. But funny times there. She's like, congratulations to He-Man on his 40th anniversary, this plastic figurine. I was like, it just completely trivialized the whole thing and made it feel like, oh, it's such a waste. But shout outs to Mattel for continually bringing the heat when it comes to a very cool toy line, which starts filming the next movie next April. With one of the guys from West Side Story. I think he's going to be like kind of hulking up for the role, so to speak there. We'll have to see how it goes. But it's officially going into production, finally, a new Masters of the Universe movie. And I already know I'm going to lose my mind once that comes out there as well. I'm sure it's going to be very faithful to the toy line because of a budget, naturally. They don't have budgetary concerns like they did back in '87 with the Dolph Lundgren movie, which was fun. But nowhere near like, representative of the toy for what it was. It was cool for what it was, but it wasn't He-Man that way, the way that a lot of people would really want to see. You got to have He-Man on Battle Cat going into battle, Skeletor. You got to have Castle Grayskull that looks like Castle Grayskull. You need the effect. You need the real deal. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. Let's see here. Armando Baron Gaming, thanks so much for jumping on. Chewy says, I already know what you're going to review. Twinks? You think so? You think it's going to be Twinkie? Alan, are you married and do you have any kids? I am married with no kids. Erna is saying hello to Misty. Armando, try Velvet Tacos. What is that? What is that all about? I'm curious to know what that is. Erna is shouting out to Subtego right there. Sub is never far behind. He's always he's a funny one, that one. I subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe, unsubscribe. But, I appreciate you checking back in because those are actually my biggest fans. Those peeps who are the most vocal, the ones who are always on my channel doing the things that they do or voicing their things that they do. It's kind of crazy. But that's how you know when you've kind of arrived that way. So shout outs to all of those peeps out there for doing the do. I greatly appreciate all of those comments, both positive and negative, because it helps the channel in the long run. So that's also a very cool thing. I don't mind that at all. Samson, have I tried Chipotle's new Chupacabra garlic burrito? I have not, but I did actually try the garlic guajillo actually yesterday with the wifey. We went to Chipotle yesterday, and aside from the cilantro, which I don't like, obviously, I kind of wiped a lot of it off. It was actually very flavorful. I actually thought it was pretty nice. So I would probably consider getting that, except the way they make it naturally is with the cilantro herb all over the place. So I had just the standard carnitas actually, with half black beans, half pinto beans, brown rice, lettuce, some light green salsa, sour cream, cheese, guacamole on the side with the chips because I had a little promo for a free reward. What's your go-to promo for Chipotle? What do you like to get? Like if you get a burrito or a bowl there, what are like your main ingredients? I just gave you mine right there outside of the steak or chicken. But I'm definitely down with that. D says, Ian, hi Ian, peep this out. What's going on, D? I appreciate you jumping on. Larry's having a homemade taco and burrito. Very nice. Annette says, eating Subway for the next 24 hours will be Ian's next video. Be sure to hit post notifications on. I appreciate that. Well, you guys should be hitting that bell anyway, because naturally you want to be notified of anything new and upcoming, of course. Apparently, YouTube only sends out about 30% of the new actually 30% of the content you put out there to your notifications. So even though you're hitting that bell notification 99% of the time, you should get something, but naturally it may skew. So when people say, you know what, how come I don't see you in my feed, that type of thing, naturally I always kind of think to myself, why wouldn't they just check the channel anyway on a routine basis, just to kind of see if there is anything there. I would not rely on YouTube to let you know 100% because of the billions and billions of videos that go live all the time. That could be the reason for that. So occasionally swing by, see what's there. Chances are you're going to see stuff. I put out usually about 3 or 4 pieces of content every single week in a live stream. There's always something. I've been going strong that way for over 9+ years, guys. It's just insane to do that. So all that quality goodness that you'd expect from my channel every single week, which is cool. Sticker collecting. Do you have Share Tea in your area? No, I do not, actually. Is that how it's spelled? Share Tea? I don't know what that is, actually. I'm very curious, though. I think the wifey would automatically like it because she likes tea joints. So I'd be curious to know what that is there. Let's see here. Dante Reed, birthday's coming up soon. When is it, Dante? When is it? Very, very cool. Great to be on here with you guys. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up here. Yes, Randy, the Taco Bell Enchilada is coming back in November. Absolutely. I think it's the 22nd or so. It's like the third week of November, which should be pretty good. And just so you guys know, of course, Taco Bell's next review, you'll see that this coming weekend. Of course, it's coming up there. I actually held that from today for tomorrow. So that way, because of the streaming tonight as well as tomorrow, you'll have that content, and then you'll have the replay on Sunday. Erna jumping in there with a super chat donation number 2. What do we have here? Is it The Heat Is On? That's Glenn Fry. Who sang it and from what movie? That is from Beverly Hills Cop. Very awesome right there. Which, by the way, they're shooting Beverly Hills Cop 4 right now. They're calling it Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley, which is strange. But instead of getting away from the numbers, yeah, that's actually a very classic song right there. Very, very cool. All right, let's see here. Going down, going down. So, yes, the... loaded truff nacho fries obviously is going to be coming up there. Chances are there is tons of reviews of that, of course, online right now as well. I've been incognito this past week, just building, working on some stuff. I have little side things that I'm kind of doing right now as well, which are taking up my time. But I'm having a lot of fun at the same time as well. So I got to get caught up on all the amazing content, plus all the Masters of the Universe stuff going on right now. They have the crowdfunding campaign for Eternia going on, which I'm super excited about as well. There is just a lot of fun stuff going on here right now. A lot of fun stuff here. Let me see here. Maureen Descatato. Won't be able to get to Halloween Pails or the Ghost Whopper sandwich. I'm broke. Oh no, I don't have the money until November 3rd. Maureen, I am so sorry to hear that. Hopefully something can work out before that or ahead of time for you as well. That's something I definitely don't like to hear, for sure. Anything that could be done that way, naturally. Let's see here. James Morrison, are Wingstop tenders the greatest of all chicken tenders? I really like them. You know, I like them as well. They're on lunch promo here, James, just so you know as well. They're like $6, but the only thing is, oh no, it's $5, but they don't give you a side of ranch. So you do get 3 tenders and the fries here in Southern Cali for $5, but then for $1.50, you have to add the ranch. So it's $6.50. Still a pretty decent deal. But naturally, when you're almost up to that $6.50 range, $7 plus is when you get into a regular tender meal at Popeyes. So, you know, they're trying to give you a little bit of that extra to kind of go in there. But then again, you do get one side and the tenders typically at Popeyes as well, or the sandwich if you're going to do that. But Wingstop has some pretty good stuff there. The only downside, though, and if you guys agree with me, give me a thumbs up here in the chat. Sometimes when you get the 3-piece chicken tenders at Wingstop, it literally feels like they threw like one of the tenders is a nug. It's like half the size. Sometimes they'll give you 2 to kind of make up for that. But if you agree that you've been shorted, if you've gotten chicken tenders at Wingstop, I have a few times. Give me a thumbs up here in the chat, because that definitely is a no bueno situation. No bueno situation. Armando, after Halloween, will you change Christmas to red green? Yes, you already know that's going to happen. I did that last year. Absolutely, we'll be doing that. I love using my my Halloween colors, the holiday colors behind me, and then naturally throughout the year, it's typically like that blue color, which I like. It's kind of like I've got like a pulsating blue around my camera right now, which is kind of cool above my laptop here. So I really like the blue aspect of it. So I think the lighting is okay too. I think everything works. But behind me for sure, we're gonna get that going there. Absolutely. All right, let's see a few more. Cactus Buddy and the Hamburglar from McDonald's from Maureen Descatato. They're very cool. So you've got the 2 of those at least. Okay, cool. Yeah, those are the ones that I need. Actually, I really want to get them completed in some way, but I don't want to plunk down another $12 for a box, because it's just not worth doing that. But then again, you know, they're collectibles, right? Tony Montana finally got a chance to try the spicy variant of the chicken sandwich at Church's tonight. Very nice. Had a lot of fun with that. That was a good review. I enjoyed it. As I expected, I really enjoyed it. Very nice. That's great to hear. Absolutely. Armando, do you have any Masters of the Universe Hot Wheels? Not Hot Wheels per se, but the actual mini versions of diecast of the characters, the Wind Raider and the Battle Ram, which is half of the Sky Skeleton, which is available right now in the Origins line with Prince Adam in the box. So they actually only took the half of it. We need the rest of the Battle Ram actually to complete that. I had the Battle Ram when I was a kid. That was one of my last toys that I had gotten before I moved to California in 1984. But I enjoyed that. It had like a little pullback catapult for firing the cannon. And then you detach the front of it with He-Man on there holding onto it, and you can pretend like he's flying around and all that stuff. So I'm sure the mom remembers that very well, right? So good times across the board. Ali Rios, have I tried Reese's with Reese's Pieces? No, I have not, Ali. If there's a Halloween version of that, we'll have to see what we can do. As we get closer for the next couple of streams, naturally, we'll have a little bit more Halloween fun with some candies and stuff like that as well. So good times with that. Let's see. Have you seen Domen on Netflix? It's a good one. If it's Dahmer, if you're thinking there with Evan Peters, I haven't watched that. My wife is watching that. We'll have to see if that's what that is. I think that's what you mean, Constance, I think. Let's see. Min Lee, do you have, again, their shared tier in the area? Never heard of that one. Never heard of that one there. And Sub Tigral, unsub months ago. Awesome. Appreciate it, Sub. But I appreciate you being here and contributing to the stream. It's all good. Dante Reed, didn't see your question. Dante, let me see if I can shoot back up here real quick and see what it is. There's a lot going on here. I have to get a moderator that can help me with some of the questions here, I think. Let's see. Dead Revolution, as I'm going up here, great content so far. Keep them coming. I appreciate that, Dead. Thank you so much. There's an estimate of over 100,000 people in downtown San Diego tomorrow for the Padres game. Wow, Annette, that's crazy. That is craziness right there. Hopefully they'll get some donuts at your spot down over there. Hopefully. Dante Reed, I'm shooting over here to see which question is that I missed from you, and I do not see what it is. There's a lot that I'm looking at here, so another few seconds. Let me see if I can find you here. I can't actually. Actually, hang on. I think I may have just seen something. What else do we have? Dom's World, what it do? Gonna be watching Halloween later on tonight. Excited to see what they're gonna do with it. Dante, kind of repost that if you can for me. That would be awesome. Let's see. Subtegral, not watching Rings. Definitely going to be watching that. I just won't be able to get to it tonight, Sub. I definitely want to check out the finale, though. Last week's episode of House of the Dragon was pretty banging, though. That was really pretty awesome. So if you're not into that, I'd highly recommend it. Really, really good. And yes, Dom, Taco Bell loaded truff nacho fries. Not to worry, that's already done. You will see that this weekend. Haven't tried Pumpkin Planters Spice Almonds. Looking forward to that. Dante Reed, have I tried Zartain's butterfly shrimp from Popeyes? Or Zartain's butterfly shrimp? What is that? I've tried just about every version of butterfly shrimp from Popeyes, unless there's a newer version of it. I'm not sure what Zatarain's butterfly shrimp is. I'll take a look and see after if it's something different. I don't think they launched anything new. It's been a minute since Popeyes has actually had like a new entree of something there, but I do occasionally check it here just to make sure. But we'll have to see. Trying some dill pickle pistachios Armando. I have to try that actually. That actually sounds pretty good. Aben13, are you still keeping your first Masters toy figures? Yes, they are actually in storage with the moms in a lot of places actually. I have in 2 different places where I keep storage. So I do have them. I just have to find them. That's the only thing. But I've had the original line, the first wave of them naturally with Castle Grayskull, which is a fun story that I always talk about because my dad was commissioned by my mom to go get that the morning of my birthday when I was like 8 or 9 years old or something. It was back in '82. I was 9 years old actually. And he came home with it very upset that he had to go rush to go get it. It was gift wrap with a Toys R Us bag. It wasn't even gift wrap like that. It's like he just went to the store and got it and came home. My mom took me out to lunch with my buddies that day. And when I came home, my dad put all the stickers in the wrong places, and it was just a scene. But naturally, he didn't really kind of press them hard, I remember. I was able to peel them back and put them where they needed to go, but it wasn't the way I expected the day to go that day. But it was fun because naturally, you know, we went to Roy Rogers. If you guys are not familiar, I believe they're still around. Roy Rogers, it was almost like a McDonald's type of thing. They had like a whole bunch of popular restaurants with burgers and fries with the Roy Rogers name. And then naturally with my friends, and then came back and then had the He-Man characters from there. But it was just a special time. That's why that really holds a special place in my heart for me. I remember the Mets game was on that day. My dad was listening to it, and he was like being yelled at by my mom to go get the toy to, you know, it's my birthday. It was hilarious. It really was. All right, so if you guys are ready for this review here, let me just see if there's anything here. Trying to see, you guys are all chatting amongst yourselves there. Scott, Cold Stone Creamery with Boo Batter ice cream. Yes, I've seen that also. They also have some type of heated version over, I believe, over at Baskin Robbins, if I'm not mistaken. Some type of ghost pepperish type of thing there. We'll have to see. Dante Reed, I haven't watched any the Nickelodeon live action movie stuff, but I did go on a a live studio tour at Paramount Studios last week. Actually, I posted a couple of things up at the time. I'll see if I can put some pictures up, the stuff that I may have kind of missed on. But we actually saw a lot of the things in the area, which I was surprised on the lot there, which were really cool. We had a lot of the props, some of the stuff from Transformers, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, a few other things. It was a lot of fun that day. So you guys are ready for this review? I think it is time. Yes, Tony Montana, I saw that today. Rest in peace to Robbie Coltrane, aka Hagrid from the Harry Potter movies there. That's so definitely sad. Definitely sad whenever you see that, for sure. Absolutely. Drew, yes, Ian has all his toys in a secret location in the Peep This Out cave. You already know what it is. Putting Castle Grayskull together for you. It's the thought that counts. Very nice, James. I appreciate that. Very cool. Which, by the way, they announced Snake Mountain coming out next fall, which you already know. That's already going to be in effect for sure. Wow, that's really dark. What's going on? Welcome. What is your end goal with this? With what? With Masters of the Universe, or which one? Let's see here. ABM13, next color for BK Whopper Halloween after the orange bun. I say they do a combo this time. We do black and purple. Maybe purple, actually, because they haven't done a straight purple one there. With purple with black seeds on it would be pretty cool. And then after that, we can do like an orange and green. You know, use the Halloween colors for top and bottom. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. All right, very cool. All right, guys, I'm going to have to go jump and pick up what I need to get for this review right now. But guys, shout outs to each and every one of you guys. I appreciate the super chat donations as well as anything on PayPal, which I won't know till after the fact. Again, all that info is down below. And of course, you guys will be down below in the description box for contributing to the channel and the stream tonight. Thank you so much. Hang tight. I'm going to go grab what I need to grab, and we are definitely going to get into it. And this is going to be a lot of fun. So with that, I'm putting you in standby mode. Talk amongst yourselves. Be cordial to each other. It's a family show. And definitely, I appreciate you guys being here. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Whoa, is that Beer Drink Shorty in the house right now? Is that BDS? Hold on a second. Ian Carter in there for the win. Ever live stream somebody else's live stream? That's crazy. Are you streaming right now? BDS is in the house? We got to find a way to merge those together if that's the case, because that is definitely on. You are definitely on one. And shout outs and congratulations on the nuptials coming up for you in the not too distant future there, BDS, of course. That is awesome. That is a cool peep right there. You already know what it is. All right. Give me a thumbs up here, guys, just to make sure you can hear me okay and see me okay one more time. And we were going to get into this review. It is great to be on here with you guys tonight. Very cool, Beer Drank. You're on my stream, and thanks so much for that. Shout outs to you, man. Shout outs to you. I was catching some of your live streaming that you were doing there, and really, really cool stuff, man. I got always replaying. But I always seem to miss you. That's the thing. All right, good times across the board. Very, very nice. All right, guys, it's time to jump into this right now. And it is time to get it going. There we go. We got them all coming in here right now as well. Again, shout outs to Annette for the follow. Reminding you guys how to follow me on social media. Of course, all that stuff is down below as well, but I really greatly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, Sub, I know I kind of gave away what I just took a sip of right there. So let's get into it, guys. I'm very excited to bring you Boo Berry cereal, one of the Halloween cereals right now. And again, reliving a little bit of my childhood. I actually saw, I think, Drew's Food Reviews thinking I was going to be reviewing another one of the cereals I mentioned a few weeks ago. We'd be doing some Count Chocula and naturally maybe some of the others. Take a look at the classic Boo Berry. It has been so many years since I have had this right now. And I got to say, very cool. This is the family size, just so you guys know. It is really a decent value. This was like $4.20, ironically, $4.20, right? For Boo Berry cereal. Kind of an odd price over Target, but this actually is really, really solid. I got to tell you, the box size is decent. And of course, we have Frankenberry and Fruit Brute in there as well. And I decided I'm not going to be doing those strictly because those are just variations of probably this. And one is strawberry flavored, one is cherry flavored. So I was like, you know what? I think I'll just stick with the OGs. Count Chocula is obviously king as far as I'm concerned, and Boo Berry is definitely up there. And what we have here is artificial berry flavored sweetened cereal with monster marshmallows, guys. And they have all this stuff on here in terms of how you can win stuff, prizes. This just looks really, really cool. So I am very excited to give this one a shot. Ed Keaton in the house, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Drew actually has the Fruit Brute. Okay, cool. Very cool. No worries for being late, Ed. I appreciate you being here right now. Typically about a half hour in is when we do this. Marine Descatado loves blueberries. I love the fake blueberry stuff there. Of course, naturally organic blueberries are good too. But I love the way they simulate what this is supposed to be. And take a closer look on the bottom here. I'm thinking this is going to be like the Count Chocula goodness, but obviously it's going to have that blueberry goodness mixed into it there. So I have a feeling it's still going to be chocolatey. It's been so many years since I've had this, I don't really remember. But this should be a lot of fun. And again, take a look on the very top. I totally love that. Looks like a bat, which is very cool. So very cool for what this is. Let's give this a go. Of course, as you guys saw, I've got my almond milk action in effect here as well. Really, really good stuff. And we'll go from there. So I am excited to give this one a shot. And I have a question to ask you guys once this review is over, by the way. I think I may try something for the next stream, which I think should be a lot of fun. So just to kind of help out with some things. But just looking at this, I can tell, yeah, this actually feels like it is Count Chocula in effect here a little bit. But take a look on the inside. We've got some of the lightly colored marshmallows that are in there as well. We've got obviously the main group. Just to kind of show you these, I probably should have done this last week for you. But they look like little ghosts in there as well. So kind of cool looking, right? Kind of see that's trying to balance it, trying to focus, focus, focus. My focus needs focus. And let's see here. I think this is supposed to be a ghost. I guess. Supposedly. And a few different shapes. Actually, there's really nothing to, they all look kind of the same, to be honest. They actually, you know what, hang on one second here, let me show you. My focus needs focus in that. Yes, there's another one there. It's kind of a bell shape, so to speak. But let's give this a shot. We'll get this going and we'll give this a go. So let me try and do this again with the focus. Doing cereal. There we go. Trying to focus it in there. Keep the focus. All right, got plenty of the marshmallow actions right there. Okay, there we go. Boo Berry doing this for you. All right, so let me just cover this really fast. All right, so obviously this is a live show, so we'll try and give you some of the action shots here. I'll try and come out of the way so it stays somewhat focused. And let's do this carefully. It's filling on the bottom. Okay, there we go. I always get a little nervous whenever I do anything with liquid going over my stuff here, but let's give this a shot. All right. A13, the best part of these streams is watching me try and eat this stuff. Well, let's see if I can try and keep that focus. I guess it's trying to focus. Let me pull back slightly here. It's contrasty because of the milk. It's catching the white right there. So let's give this a go. Booberry, guys, this is just crazy. I mean, I love the character. The character is just so cool. It's classic. It looks the part. All these years later, all the new generation of peeps that are getting into these cereals. Nice to know that I was there in the very beginning when they introduced these things. Really, really cool. All right, guys, Booberry. Take a look at that bite right there. Keep that focus. I know the mushroom is blowing it out right there, but let's give it a shot. Booberry for the holidays. Let's peep this out. That fake blueberry flavor. That's classic. Elevated sugar. It tastes like the Count Chocula base, obviously, with the sweetened blueberry marshmallow flavor on here. So this is tasty. Next time add chocolate syrup. Drew, that sounds like a banging situation right there. You know what? It kind of tastes like strawberry too. I mean, they have like pink colored marshmallows in here as well as the blue. So I'm getting kind of like a fruity base with this. So you know what? I don't think I'm missing too much, not by doing the Fruit Brute or the Frankenberry, because Booberry and I think Count Chocula, those are the main ones that give you the base of all of the others, I think. Yes, Larry, a grown man eating kid cereal on the internet on a Friday night. I love you guys. You already know. Okay. I am enjoying this one. Probably not as much as Count Chocula. And actually, it's a lot more blue looking. It's more pinkish looking on my side, but look how on the viewfinder here for you guys, it looks like it's a lot more blue. I actually like this. Not as much as Count Chocula. I mean, I'm going to eat it because naturally the flavor is not bad. Count Chocula is still tops as far as I'm concerned. And that says you want cereal now. I love late night cereal like this. This is a lot of fun to eat like this. All right, let's go for a couple more. Drew, yes, Fruit Brute and Frankenberry, almost the same flavor. Definitely. Definitely. But I have to admit, the Booberry is the base, I think, with Count Chocula. And that's really the main thing because that's the main prevalent thing, I think, across most of them, if not all of them. And then the flavor of the marshmallow is what they kind of change here and there. But I'm getting more shades of strawberry with the blueberry for some reason. It could be just the way that it's playing with me here. But it's tasty. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely tasty, but just not as tasty as Count Chocula, naturally with the chocolatey flavor. It was across the board a lot of chocolate flavor. Sub, you haven't had a bowl of cereal in 20 plus years? Kids cereal or regular, like different types of cereal? Dead Evolution, this was actually from Target. A little over $4 a box. It's promo pricing because it's a specialty cereal for Halloween. So once they sell out of it, I'm sure they're not going to be getting any more back in for the remainder of the month if they blow out of it early. But there you go, guys. Booberry, in effect, 2022 edition here on Peep This Out Reviews officially. Naturally, you can tell by the thumbnail exactly how I had a lot of fun taking pictures with this one. This was actually kind of fun to do. All right. I'm going to do one more. I am so ready for dinner right now. Can you tell? Good stuff. All right. Last time. Try and keep the focus there. My focus needs focus. Easy recommendation. Target. Wherever they sell cereals, I think you're going to be able to find this temporarily for right now. Don't wait too long because once these are gone, they're going to be gone. Very tasty cereal to go in on. and definitely worth checking out right now, especially live online with you guys or on replay if you're catching this a little bit later. One more bite and we'll close this one out. Hang on. It's really good, man. But not as good as Count Chocula. Scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to go 8.5 on this one. So I like it. The base is very familiar because naturally it's all about Count Chocula as well. But for a classic character, very nicely done. These are really, really tasty, guys. I mean, naturally, what you're going to get here is classic kid cereal. Freeze-dried like marshmallow consistently. They get a little slimier as you eat them because of they soak up all the milk. But I really, really like the overall flavor. It's really good. And, of course, it's the fake artificial berry flavor that you're going to get with this. And the sugar is definitely up there. So manage your macros accordingly. Depending upon how you're watching, you know, your daily routine for nutrition. But this is really, really tasty. Misty, question. My question is, what is your favorite cereal? You know what? I have a couple of them, but if I have to really think about one that I haven't had in a while, but it actually is my favorite, because I don't really have cereal too often, probably Frosted Flakes, believe it or not. I dig Frosted Flakes and regular Cheerios, the standard plain Cheerios, but for sugar, Frosted Flakes is definitely up there. So this is definitely not as sweet as Frosted Flakes, but it gets the job done. Very familiar flavor and easy recommendation, especially for Halloween, you know, naturally with Boo Berry. This is actually really pretty tasty. So definitely digging that. And I love the classic characters. They are really, really cool looking. Really, really slick. So good times with good old Boo Berry action over here. Good times across the board with that. All right, so let me see. Let's see. Nayray255, do you have any new merch coming? You know, I actually have a couple of things that I'm planning, and you guys may have noticed some of the info for actually checking out the merch on my channel is kind of disabled at the moment because of something that I tried to do that I messed up on. So you can link to my stores directly down below with the description box info. You can go right to it, but there's nothing visible necessarily on my page yet. Because I'm trying to get that fixed. So that is what I am looking to do to get that going there. But yes, I do have some stuff that I'm planning on going to, and there is some stuff that I'm going to be checking out for sure. Let's see here. Going down the line. All right. There we go. All right. Good times across the board. So let me jump back on over here to the chat as well. Okay, guys, quick question. I was kind of thinking about this the last couple of weeks. I keep forgetting to bring it up to you right now. When it comes to these live streams that I do naturally every Friday, would you like for me to enable it so it's only accessible to people who are subscribed to the channel? Or would you like me to keep it open? If you'd like to keep it open, just put the word subscribed or open to the channel. So if it's open, it means anybody can just join and comment and do whatever they want to do, or subscribed naturally means just that, subscribed. I'm kind of curious to see if you guys would like to have people who are subscribed only to it there. So naturally, if you guys have been coming every single week, I would expect you guys would be subscribed to my channel, right? That means that you're liking what you're seeing there. So but depending upon how it goes, naturally kind of help out with certain things, it would make sense to see how this would go there. So I'll be able to watch this and kind of look at the chat and see what you guys think as we go. But I think if it's open, that would be something that to consider. And of course, subscribe. Preferably, I'd like the idea that it would be virtually almost like a member stream because you guys are all part of the community. We're all part of it here. But we'll have to see if what the consensus is, just to kind of see. So I'm just curious to see what would be, because I want to kind of make it easier at the same time. For some peeps at the same time too. Let's see here. Larry Nguyen loves Captain Crunch. Very nice. Very nice. I'm down with Captain Crunch as well, but that kind of rips up your mouth a little bit. That's the only thing. Annette, you can give subscribers only a try next Friday to see how it plays out. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. So we'll have to see. John Hendren, sometimes I watch on my TV where I can't log into YouTube, so open please. Okay. That's a consideration too, John. Definitely, I'll think of that before doing anything else, for sure. Sub wants noon uploads again. I like the 3 o'clock end of it there. Based upon my analytics, that's the best time for me to be doing that there. So I like the idea of a little bit later in the day, and it actually gives me a little bit more opportunity to take care of a couple of things earlier. So, but I'll take that into consideration. But I'm definitely seeing a little bit more of an improvement with 3 p.m. for sure. Tony Montana got a chance to try the new bacon Swiss cheese royal crispy chicken at BK. Very nice, very, very nice, very tasty stuff there. And Chualor, where did you find those? If it's the blueberry cereal, Target is where I got mine. Let's see. Am I keeping the bots? Am I keeping the box in that? No. Once this is gone, this is just, it's getting chucked. There's nothing super special about that. Yes, Drew, and family size is more. That's actually a very, very good thing. Tony Montana finally got a chance to try Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich for dinner. Very nice. You're making the rounds trying all these different things. Absolutely there, Tony. That's awesome. Very, very good. All right, so let's see. Agreements, I'll try and find this in my local market. I recall them having the Frankenberry way back in the day. Very good stuff. Very nice. Add steak to the veggie burrito at Taco Bell. Actually, any combination of their goodness, their sub is going to be awesome. So naturally, yes. Ali Rios. What's new for Burger King? Any new burgers coming out? Well, there's always something new, but the big gun right now is the Ghost Pepper Whopper. For the foreseeable future, they have a new, I think it's a new $5 Your Way meal, which is like a Bacon Barbecue Junior Whopper or Bacon Barbecue Whopper, essentially like a mini version. Those are the main promos currently right now, but then naturally into November, stay tuned. Drew, the Reese's Bats are good too. Very cool. Anything Reese's is a pretty bomb situation, I think. Let's see here. Going down the line. All right, Larry Noon, can I read my last comment? I think we got to that last one. I think I'm kind of caught up here at the moment here. Kind of caught up. Maureen Descatato saying, hi to Tony. Love Popeye's biscuits better than KFC. Favorite is the classic chicken sandwich from KFC. Absolutely love the white chocolate chip cookies at Subway. I wouldn't know about Subway, but I agree with all of that, Maureen. Absolutely. All right, then we have the catching up with all the people here. Okay, going in. A lot of you guys are saying to keep it open, but we'll have to see here. Maybe we'll try it next week just to try. But then again, for John, you know, if you have to watch on a big screen too and you can't see it, you have to log in. That may be a consideration. I'll have to take a look at those. The idea of it anyway, of keeping it open or subscribe. Ed Keaton going to be watching Halloween Ends later on tonight. I can't wait to watch it. And Misty is rocking out with it right there. Do a little roly-poly-roly. Try that shakety shake. Drew, they used to have the cutout mass on the back of the boxes. I remember that. Frankenberry, yes, I remember back in the day. That's very cool. Well, you just take like a rubber band or something to put around it, you cut it out. That was definitely the way that some people had it going for Halloween time. The Hills, what it do? Finally just tried the Reese's Cakes snack cakes and they're okay, but more candy-like. Very nice. Very cool. Great to see you on here. That's great to see you on there. Scott Messerschmidt, if open, go slow mode. Only members have advantage, not restricted. Okay, cool, Scott. I'll take a look at that. So if we keep it open, but we slow down for members only, I'll take a look at some of the options that are there to make it easier, just to kind of probably help me keep up with some of the chat info. But it may irritate you guys because the chat may not be moving quick enough for you guys wanting to type what you need to. So there's always a pro and a con with these things, you know? So we'll have to figure out what's going to work. Armando Pumpkin Latte sounds pretty amazing. Absolutely, that sounds pretty amazing. And the Hills is nice to be here. Laugh out loud. I appreciate you coming. Let's see. Chualor likes Lucky Charms. I definitely like Lucky Charms. Absolutely. Really good stuff. That's one of the classics right there. Armando, Chick-fil-A opening on Lake Street. Where on Lake? They have another Chick-fil-A opening in Pasadena? Where exactly on Lake, Armando? Inquiring minds want to know. Please, please, please. Misty Smith, when I have my turn of being a leader is over to you. What do we do? It's just on it right now. Good times across the board, guys. Good times across the board. And again, with Halloween right around the corner right now, this month seems to be kind of blowing by. And the next thing you know, we're going to be right into the holiday season and it's going to get crazy. So, yeah, the stream after with the end of October, naturally, I'm going to have to switch over and become all the holiday stuff right away. We'll have to see. Drew, it's always a lovely situation in Ian's chats. Oh, I appreciate that. We generally have some pretty good experiences here in terms of things staying, somewhat manageable. And I appreciate all the mods. Annette is definitely doing what she needs to do, and I appreciate that. But naturally, we do have a couple of I don't want to say disruptors at the same time, but that's one of the things that I have to consider with these things for sure. All right, let's see here. Tony Montana, again, spicy chicken sandwich for Wednesday, Cajun fries. Yeah, always good stuff. You already know what it is. Definitely good stuff across the board. And yes, the year is definitely going by fast, that evolution. Absolutely, 2023 already. It is going to be crazy. Misty says she wants the stream to be open. Okay, we'll have to see about what we can do with that. Very nice. And yes, I appreciate the salute there, Annette. That's awesome right there. I hope you're doing okay down over there. Naturally, I know it's going to be a little busy in your area, with everything going on sports-wise. So good stuff. Good stuff across the board. Philly Feet, what it do? Just got off work. Hopefully I'm not too late for the chat. You're in there. In there like swimwear, like they say. I appreciate you jumping on, Philly. Absolutely. And of course, you're immortalized here in the chat as well. Hot Sauce says, hi, Peep. Hello, hello. Thanks so much for jumping on. Good times across the board. And yes, Larry, eventually, again, I would like to check out Langer's Deli as well. That would be something to do with the wifeys for sure as well, too. Dead Evolution, what are some goals for 2023? We'll talk about that as we get further into December and we get into that time frame. But naturally, bigger and better things always. All good in the hood, says Annette Cervantes. Always thinking of ways to increase, the channel, increasing ways to kind of keep things moving. Always looking forward, never looking back. Definitely good times across the board. But usually we'll get a little bit more reflective with that as we go into the rest of this year as well there. But stay tuned, though, and make sure you hang out for those streams so you can ask me again, and we'll definitely get into that for sure. Drew wants to see a Subway mukbang at 40K, and that's next week if we hit 40K. Actually, that's one of the goals I'd like to see me try and hit before the end of the year would be good, if not sooner. We'll have to see about that. That's why you guys should be subscribing if you haven't already. Tony Montana seeing Spider-Man No Way Home. Did you think Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man would be back? Yes, absolutely. That kind of leaked a little early in the year. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff there, which seemed pretty obvious. And the way that the trailer was cut, cutting the two of them out with things reacting around them was pretty obvious something was going to be gone right there. So we'll have to see. Thulsu, I would definitely love to review some food in restaurants, doing like maybe a live stream like that as well. Maybe getting back to doing the car thing drive-through like we used to do on the live streams, which was good. Things are getting a little bit easier. We'll have to see what we can do there. A-Ben says, wait, will you do a Subway review at 40K? I'm not going to say no, but at the same time, the likelihood right now is low. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. If anything, I'd want to save that for like 50K or like right in the middle. I think would be kind of cool. Those are like really big things. And honestly, I've always said I am not into Subway at all like that. No matter what they do, I'm just not a fan, considering how often I would have it in my previous working life. It's just nothing they put out really interests me enough that I want to go review it and put it on camera. So I don't know. We'll have to see. James Morrison, what is your most prized Motu Origins figure? Well, I have every single one of them up till now. So it's hard to say. I really don't know what the individual values of each of them, although I have seen the She-Ra character as high as about $80. They are re-releasing her, I believe next month again, but it's going to be probably in different packaging, or it's going to be without the new for 22 or new for 21 logo. So I think the first version of that when it first came out is the more preferred. But I couldn't say actually, because I've just been, once I caught up, I've just been every wave, just kind of making sure I pre-order to get the lowest prices for them. And then I've been staying consistent with it. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that there. So let's see here. Randy Molina, as always, I hope to see you next Friday. Thanks for watching. By the meantime, stay frosty. Absolutely. Guys, with that here, let me just begin to wrap this up here. And we will definitely be back here very soon with another stream again. You all know October is my month, of course, for streaming and content for sure. You already know what's going on with this here right now. So guys, let me take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you for jumping on the stream tonight. It was a lot of fun checking out a little bit of Boo Berry action with you guys as the final cereal to take a look at for the Halloween season. Outside of the other two that are available, which I'm really not interested in. Again, very similar flavor, as Drew was saying, with strawberry and cherry naturally on the Fruit Brute, as well as Frankenberry. But it's great to be on here with you again and again. Like I always say, you guys have choices when it comes to content. I appreciate you making my channel one of them. And I appreciate that greatly. You guys have no idea. So brand new content every single week here on the channel. Before we do the final closeout here as well, this replay will be up available on Sunday, which is the 16th, it looks like. The 15th we'll have a new review. Spoiler alert, obviously it's Taco Bell goodness that you're going to see, but just don't watch it hungry. That's all I have to say. So it should be a lot of fun with that. And again, Annette, thanks so much for hitting that subscribe button, reminding there as well. And to everyone who's contributed to the channel, as always, thank you for doing what you do. And we'll just begin to wrap it here. And I'll say it's Ian K officially closing out the live stream for the midway point of October, October 14th. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, everybody. I'm going to be here in the chat as always for about a minute or so until it times out. Shout outs to every single one of you guys. If you happen to be going through anything right now that's troubling you, hopefully I distracted you guys for a little bit, for an hour at least. But just remember, we all have the same choice when we get up in the morning. We can err on the side of positivity and know we're going to have a good day, or we can just assume we're going to have a bad day. Either way, you're right, no matter what. But try and err on the side of positivity and just stay focused on what it is that makes you happy and what can bring you happiness. And that's my biggest thing. My biggest takeaway to give you guys tonight is just be happy. The alternative obviously is not a good one, right? So let's keep it frosty, keep staying frosty, and all the amazing peeps here in the house here right now. Dead Evolution, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You have a happy Halloween. We're going to talk, I'm sure, before then. Misty Smith, Annette Cervantes, ABen13, 1113, actually ABen113, Thulsu, Just Me Out Here, Scott Messerschmidt, Michael Domayer, all the other peeps and watching this currently here right now. BDS, Beer Drank Shorty in the house. Jump on over to his channel. Wish him a very happy go forward from this point. Shout outs, and again, with the upcoming nuptials, BDS, you already know what it is. Good people across the board right there, and definitely one of the day ones from back in the day. So good times. And if Jay is watching this on the replay, this is definitely going to be for him at the very end over here. And Buzz7332, of course. Drew's Food Reviews. And all of the amazing peeps out there who make the channel what it is. I appreciate you guys. Those who love the content I put out, those who have issues with the content I have putting out. Either way, your input definitely helps the channel along, and I greatly appreciate that. Taking a little bit of your time to let me know either way. So last couple of things here. Tony Montana, do you have a plan of reviewing those 2 new Little Caesars pizzas yourself? You guys are all trolling me right now because you know I'm always up on those things. But of course, I will check to see what's going on. There's more stuff coming there, always there naturally. So we will see what's going to happen in the future, as always, as we get further into October. And again, watching Halloween Ends later on tonight, which I'm very excited about. So with that, let me jump on over here real quick. And you guys have a very safe one. If it's raining out your way, hopefully enjoy it this weekend. Stay in, stay safe. I'm going to be planning to do that this weekend. Starting tomorrow is when it's supposed to rain here. And then we'll go from there. So I can't wait to see what you guys think about the content coming out this coming week, as well as what you guys thought about what's going to be coming up with everything else on the channel, which is always a fun thing there. So guys, thanks so much for jumping in. Again, I will talk to you very, very soon. And with that, peace. I'm out.